Welcome back to All About AI Tech, where we dive deep into current events and their impact on society. Today, we're discussing the political landscape, particularly focusing on Kamala Harris and Donald Trump's recent exchange. With elections just around the corner, every word from these candidates counts more than ever. Kamala Harris took to the stage post-rally to address Trump's demeaning words. She emphasized that the American people deserve better than the crude language often employed by some politicians. This sets the tone for what we expect from our leaders, not just in front of voters, but on the global stage. Did you know that recent polls indicate a tight race between Harris and Trump, especially in key swing states? In regions like Pennsylvania, where Trump held his rally, voter sentiment is critical. As we head closer to Election Day, decisions made now can swing the pendulum in either direction. Harris's strong stance on maintaining decorum could resonate well with voters looking for a leader they can respect. Vulgarity in politics isn't just a matter of manners. It affects how we engage as a community. Harris pointed out a crucial element of leadership, setting an example. When we see representatives using such language, it trickles down. Think about it. If our leaders can't maintain a standard, how do we expect everyday people to? We're all part of this discourse. Harris boldly stated that Trump hasn't earned the right to once again curb the seal of presidency. This kind of wording not only empowers her campaign but also rallies support around the idea of respect and integrity in leadership. It highlights the expectation that a president should uphold dignity, not just in the U.S. but also as a representative of American democracy worldwide. Visualize the impact of Trump's language on his supporters. Ask yourself, does this resonate? While some find his remarks entertaining, many others find them insulting. A significant 62% of voters in swing states express a desire for change, a possible signal that Trump's approach could push away rather than attract voters in a crucial phase of the campaign. Harris's supporters are responding emotionally to her remarks. They see her as a breath of fresh air amid Trump's chaotic rhetoric. Many are expressing hope that a change in leadership could lead to a more civil political environment. This ties back to the sentiment most people share, wanting leaders who respect the office they hold. The media coverage of this exchange has been intense. They dissect every word, showing how Harris's responses significantly shift the narrative. She's not just defending herself. She's challenging Trump's typical campaign style, which relies heavily on shock value. Surprisingly, nearly 70% of pundits agree that a more decorous debate could enrich voter engagement and interest in the electoral process. Engagement at the polls is pivotal as we move forward. Remember, voting isn't just about choosing a candidate. It's about sending a message regarding the type of leadership you think America deserves. Harris's emphasis on a return to respect might just galvanize those who felt alienated by current political discourse. The community needs to feel that they're being heard. When voices like Harris echo the desires for decorum and respect in politics, it not only boosts voter turnout, but instills a sense of belonging among constituents. We're seeing a rise in discussions surrounding how political rhetoric shapes societal norms, and it matters now more than ever. During her speeches, it's clear she's honing in on the emotions of her audience. She's not just advocating for herself, but bringing forth the hopes and concerns of millions who crave genuine change. By stressing a return to integrity, she's inviting voters to consider what kind of leadership truly represents their values. Meanwhile, Trump's rallies seem to thrive on chaos and humor, appealing to a completely different set of values. His supporters laugh and cheer, but the question remains, at what cost? The harsh language and crude humor may galvanize some, yet isolate those disillusioned by such an approach. As Harris highlighted, leadership demands much more than that. Think about the legacy of the presidency. Previous leaders have set standards, and their speeches have even been studied as examples of rhetoric in political science. Harris reminds us that maintaining dignity in the Oval Office isn't merely idealistic. It's crucial for the country's standing internationally. As we prepare for the election, it's important to emphasize not just the presidential race, but also local elections. Change starts at home, right? By caring about the leaders in our neighborhoods and our cities, we contribute to the broader change we wish to see. Harris's call for higher standards resonates beyond just the presidency. The upcoming election presents an enormous opportunity to reshape the political landscape. With Harris rallying her supporters around the concept of respectful discourse, we might witness a powerful shift in engagement as voters feel encouraged to back candidates who reflect their values of integrity. When Harris meets with the public, her approach seems genuine. Her interactions convey empathy and a drive to uplift many who feel ignored. It's this emotional connection that could redefine the political narrative and establish a new standard for communication, one where people matter and their voices count. So, what are you waiting for? The future of political discourse is in our hands. By participating, you make a statement. Harris's advocates call it a movement of respect and dignity in the political arena, an exciting transformation that could alter the course of history, allowing voters to feel valued and heard. Keeping an eye on the numbers, particularly voter sentiment trends, will be crucial in the upcoming weeks. As early voting ramps up, those figures reveal much about the collective consciousness in our nation. A shift in how voters view political conversation could lead to stunning results come election day. Community matters immensely in this political climate. The enthusiasm seen among Harris's supporters showcases a yearning for something more than just another election cycle. They're after a movement that resonates with their values. When more people engage with respect and dignity, we build a stronger foundation for future generations. Engaging our communities also means mobilizing for voter registration. Every voice counts, and every vote can make a difference. By fostering an environment of inclusion and respect, we can ensure that those seeking change feel empowered to have their say in shaping the future. I want to take a moment to reflect personally. Each of us has a role in influencing and shaping the direction of our government. When I see Harris addressing the nation with the values I hold dear, I feel hopeful. Respectful conversations can lead to significant change. It's a reminder that we all can contribute to a kinder political landscape. Remember, leadership is about integrity and earning respect. Quotes from historical leaders often remind us of the values we should aim for. Harris's message aligns with this perspective, urging all of us to aim higher and demand the best from our leaders. With all that's happening currently, harnessing the energy of the community is vital. Engaging together can spark a wave of change that redefines what leadership looks like. Let's continue to push our leaders toward respectful dialogue, emphasizing that the voices of the people. Now is the time to stand up for what we believe in. So to wrap things up, Harris's response to Trump's words isn't just retaliation. It's a call to action. It reminds us that we can expect more from our leaders and that our voices have power. By promoting respect, we can foster a political culture that aligns more closely with the values we cherish. Let's continue this dialogue and encourage all those around us to engage and make their voices heard. As we navigate through these turbulent political waters, I urge all of you to join in the conversation. Share your thoughts on this ongoing exchange between Harris and Trump. How do you feel about the language used in politics today? I'm actively working to improve the quality of these videos, and I want to build a community where we can discuss and share ideas. Your support and suggestions mean the world to me.